So this is Lord Jagannath, and today's picture basically, if you see, there are three, deities. One in black, one is white, and one is yellow. So the one in the black is the Lord Jagannath or Krishna himself, and on the white is Lord Balaram or Baladev, and the middle it's the sister Subhadraji. So we'll try to discuss something about these three deities today, and maybe in a couple of more days as well. Right. So, so let's do some prayer to these deities, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai, and then we'll discuss upon them. नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्रायां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जगदानंद कंधाय प्रणहर्तहराय च नीलाचल निवासाय जगन्नाथाय ते नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So welcome you all devotees once again, and today we are going to discuss about Lord Jagannath, who is actually the literal meaning of Lord Jagannath is the Lord of the universe. So, so that's how he is, because he is the Lord of universe. So he's being known as Lord Jagannath, right? I think earlier also we have discussed once about Lord Jagannath in our discussion, but today we'll try to go a bit more onto that from there. So as we know that Lord is Bhakta Vatsala, isn't it? And he's actually he reciprocates more with the devotees, and we have seen in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord says, "Aham Bhakto Paradhino." So he says, "I'm actually not independent. I am dependent on my devotees." So in a similar way, we see that lots of pastimes Lord does with his devotees, like when Lord when uh, to please Prahlad Maharaj, Lord Nrsimhadev appear, right? And we see how by Advaita Acharya, so, when Advaita Acharya he actually invited by worshipping the Saligram Shila and Tulsi leaf with Ganges water, he invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So by invocation of Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appear. So in a similar way, it is being described that even Lord Jagannath is actually he is doing pastimes every day with so many devotees, and we'll discuss it more and more over there. But it is being described that for the four to please four personalities, Lord Jagannath appears. So first one is basically to please Narad Muni. By the request of Narada Muni, Lord Jagannath appears in his form, in the form which we see, like all the limbs are squeezed inside the body, great and opened eye, round and big, large, and then and then to please Lord Brahma, Jagannath appears, and also to please Mother Parvati, Jagannath appears. And at the end, by the invocation or by the prayers of Indraduna Maharaj, he was a king in Satya Yuga, and to please him also Lord Jagannath appears. So today we will just discuss about these four pastimes and what happens and why, how Lord Jagannath appears to please Narada Muni, Lord Brahma, and to Mother Parvati and Indraduna Maharaj. Right. Let's see how much we can go on these points. So first we'll take about Narada Muni. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it will describe that, and once in a solar eclipse, all the people, they were in Dwarika, where Krishna was there in Dwarika. They all came to Kurukshetra to do the ritual activities, right, on the solar eclipse. And in the same time, all the all the people from Vrindavan, even from everywhere, they all gather in Kurukshetra. So especially it's been described about the Dwarika, Lord Krishna came, and all associate and all these queens, they all came as well. And from Vrindavan, Ananda Maharaj and others, they also came, and they all met over there in the gopis. They met Krishna in Kurukshetra. So in that place, what happens is this Dwarika, uh, the queens of Dwarika, like queens of Lord Sri Krishna in Dwarika, they wanted to hear more about Krishna, because they said that Krishna in sleep also he used to chant the name of Radharani, and we want to know who she is, and what kind of pastime Lord Krishna has done. And we have been trying to please Krishna so much, still he always call out for Radharani and other gopis. So what kind of pastimes Lord Krishna has done in Vrindavan? So they actually they asked Mother, Rohini. Rohini is the mother of Balram, and they said that, oh Mother Rohini, you have actually seen all the pastimes of Krishna and Balram when they were in the teenage and also in childhood. We have seen everything, so please narrate to us. And while these all these queens, they are asking Mother Rohini to narrate the pastimes of Lord Krishna and Balram in Vrindavan. And then Mother Rohini said, no, it's very difficult to narrate. And if somehow or other Krishna and Balram comes here, it will become very, very, difficult, because they won't go back to Dwarika. They will again go back. They run towards Vrindavan. So we'll have to check this condition now. So all the gopis and all the queens, they actually decided to do something, because they wanted to hear about Krishna's pastimes. So they said, okay, we'll go back in a room, and we lock the room, and someone is going to be the guard, that and who sees that, who is going to watch that Krishna and Balram, where as soon as they are coming, she would give some indication to us, so that we'll stop the talk, right? So that was the deal happened. And the one they choose to be on the door was Subhadra Devi. So all agreed. Okay, so Subhadra Devi, she was actually outside the room. Inside the room, all these and queens of Dwarika and Mother Rohini narrating the pastimes of Lord Krishna and Balram in Vrindavan. And outside of the door, there is Subhadra Devi. So, however, Subhadra is just not just being the guard. She put her ears onto the door, and also she wanted to listen this pastimes what's been going inside. She didn't wanted to lose anything as well. She wanted to hear too. So as Mother Rohini started narrating about the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram, it goes more and more wonderful and ecstasy as well. And Subhadra Devi actually she went into ecstasy, and now her eyes are completely closed, and actually she is submerged in the past times was Rohini. Mother Rohini is actually narrating to everyone inside the room. And at that very moment it happened that Krishna and Balram came there. And when they came there and Krishna Balram saw Subhadra Devi, that, oh, she's standing on the door and she's completely immersed in something else. What's going on? And Krishna and Balram, without making any noise, they actually on one side of Subhadra Devi, Lord Krishna came, another side, uh, Lord Balram. They both they put their heads on the shoulder, and they also started hearing the pastimes. So Krishna and Balram and Mother Subhadra, they are actually hearing the pastime what Mother Rohini is narrating to these queens outside the room. And they all these three they all became, went into, it's called as Maha Bhava. They went into so much ecstasy by hearing their own pastimes. And what happened, very very interestingly, by just hearing this, they started showing some Mahabhava, in this body, and the limbs started getting inside the bodies. So that's how we see this form, that Krishna's legs has been squeezed, there is no neck has been squeezed, and the eyes being broad, and they are hearing properly, and the half of the hand is also been went inside this body. It's because of Mahabhava, and they were very great ecstasy by just hearing their own pastimes, what they have done in Vrindavan in the childhood, right? So what happened now, when they were in this form, Narad Muni was passing by, and he could see that this form of Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra Devi. And then Narad Muni started, singing, dancing. He said, "Wow, wow, wow! I have seen something amazing." And by saying that, Krishna and Balram and Subhadra, they actually came back from to their normal form. They get out from the ecstasy form or Mahabhava form. And then Narad Muni says, "Oh, merciful Lord Sri Krishna, please be merciful to show your form to everyone in this world. Everyone should see this unique form of yours." Right. So Krishna has came in Vrindavan and doing pastime. Lord Ram has come, as doing pastime. Lord Dev and everyone they did, but no one has seen this form. So please be merciful to everyone and give your this unique darshan to everyone. So that's the first reason. And Lord Krishna said, "Okay, I'll fulfill your desire." So see, these are again the devotees or the Narad Muni. Actually, he's so much compassion, and he wanted to give this, unique darshan to all of us, right? And that's the first reason where Krishna promised Narad Muni, "Okay, I'll come in this form to show this form to all the people in the universe." That's one part, and the second part is Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma actually, he was, while he was creating this universe, he was a bit, concerned that this mortal world is actually full of miseries. Bhagavad Gita says, isn't it? Dukhalam ashashvatam. So is always full of miseries. It's dukhalam. So how? So he prays to Lord Krishna that how the people will get liberated, how the people will get, come back to this world. So please do something, and I'm very much concerned about it. And then Lord Krishna says, "Do not worry, I will be there in Nilachet, Nilachala Dham, and as Brahmaji has 100 years, so for the first 50 years he will reside there as Nila Madhav, deity of Nila Madhav. Basically, that place is called Nilachala. So Anchala is actually, Nila is basically a huge mountain, right? So there's two meanings called as Nilanchala. One because there is an ocean as well, and also mountain. So this is called as Nilanchala, and there on that top of the hill, I will reside as Nilamadhav for the first 50 years of yours, and the next 50 years of Lord Brahma's, he will reside there in Jagannath Puri. That also comes in Nilachala Kshetra as Lord Jagannath Baldeva Subhadramai. So first 50 years of Lord Brahma, Krishna reside there as Nilamadhav, and the second half, second 50 years of Lord Brahma, Krishna resides there as Jagannath Baldeva Subhadramai. So the important is that by seeing Lord Jagannath Baldeva Subhadramai, actually we'll see it, maybe tomorrow or day after that, the Mahatma of Kurukshetra, or there it being described that anyone, even who sees Lord Jagannath, they do not take birth again in this material world. So that's how Krishna assured that anyone who comes here and takes my darshan, or somehow or that takes my darshan, actually they will be liberated. And to be honest, no, I'm born and brought up in Odisha, so I have been from my childhood. I have been actually seeing this Rath Yatra from my childhood. However, to be very honest, and I know more about Lord Jagannath after joining ISKCON, after associating with the devotees. So I am literally very, very much grateful towards His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and this whole Hare Krishna Movement organization, ISKCON organization, the great devotees in this year, the senior Vaishnavas, they actually narrate these great pastimes, right? So even to my Guru Maharaj. So that's how I am very much grateful to my Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, the whole ISKCON community, whole Hare Krishna movement, and even you all, because you are a part of this community now, and that's how I came to know more and more and more about Lord Jagannath. Earlier, I was thinking as yes, as there are so many gods in India, I know we have 33 crores DVD with us. So I was thinking, yes, Jagannath is one of them, Krishna is one of them, Ram is one of them, Ganesh is one of them, and others are one of them. However, this ISKCON actually has given the proper philosophical understanding that who Krishna is, who Jagannath is. And then in one of the songs it's being says, Jai Gaura Shai Krishna Shai Jagannath. We'll sing that song sometime. So the one who is Gaura is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Say Krishna. He's the same personality as Krishna, and say Jagannath. He's the same Jagannath. So Jagannath, Lord Krishna, Gaurachandra, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are all the same personalities, are in different form to bestow mercy onto us. So that's how Krishna assured to Lord Brahma that anyone who takes my darshan in this form, they will not take any more birth in this material world. So the second point was Brahmaji was distressed. He was in concern that in this material world, in this mortal world, people will be suffering so much, and how can they get liberated? So to fulfill his desire, and also it's been described that in Puri, in Jagannath Puri, there is no Ekadashi being followed, and even there is no need to follow Ekadashi over there. That's again a different part. But as per our Gaudiya Vaishnava, Srila Prabhupada recommends us that as a Vaishnava we should follow the Ekadashi Vrata. But it's been said that in temple inside the Ekadashi personified, he's been bound by ropes in Puri, so he could not act over there, right? So let's go into third part. So third part. So we discussed about the first part. To please or to fulfill the desire of Narada Muni, Krishna appears in the form of Daru Brahma or the form of wood, in the log of wood, about at Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan Chakra. So that's actually Sudarshan Chakra comes here as a stick. There's also pastimes why he becomes stick. Uh, right, we'll discuss it. And then second one we discussed about Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma's concern, Krishna fulfill the desire. And the third one is Mother Parvati. So Mother Parvati has a desire that you should fulfill my desire as well. So what happened in this pastime is, so once an Lakshmi Devi, actually she got pleased with Narada Muni, and she said, uh, she asked for boon, if you want something, please let me know. I'll fulfill your desire. And then Narada Muni says, okay, I want one thing. I want Mahaprasad. So Lakshmi ji was actually, she got a bit concerned, because what happened, just sometimes some few days earlier, uh, Vishnu has told that to Mother Lakshmi that you should not give my Mahaprasad to anyone. So Mahaprasad, basically when I was eating my food, you should not give my remnant to anyone. So Mother Lakshmi has promised, yes, okay, no problem, that's fine. Because she was sure that who's going to come here and ask for your prasad. So in that way, she said, okay. And the next day, Narada Muni came and asked the same thing. So Mother Lakshmi was concerned, and Mother Lakshmi said to Narada Muni, okay, I'll try, but these things had happened. I'm not sure what to do. She went back to Krishna, to Vishnu. He says, this is the desire of Narada Muni, and you have asked me not to give Mahaprasad to anyone. So what to do? Please advise. And Lord Vishnu says, uh, he gave a hint that you can. I didn't say about you cannot take it, but you should not take from my while I was seeing it. So Mother Lakshmi got hint that okay, whenever Krishna takes out his face here and there, she could pick Mahaprasad from his plate and then give it to Narad. So that's what the indication given by Vishnu to Mother Lakshmi, and Lakshmi did the same thing. So Vishnu took his face away from the food, and Mother Lakshmi grabbed some Mahaprasad and gave it to Narada Muni. And Narada Muni, by eating that Mahaprasad, he went into ecstasy. He started dancing, dancing, and dancing, right? And by dancing, he actually reached to Kailash. So when he reached to Kailash, Lord Shiva saw Narad Muni. Oh, what happened to you? You are dancing like anything. And what happened? And he said, don't ask anything. I just got Mahaprasad today. And Lord Shiva said, what? So where is my part? And we chant the holy name of Lord with same time together, and we do so many pastimes together. So where's my part now? You should give me as well. And he says, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I've finished everything. I know there's nothing left. And then he said, no, something would be there here and there. Just try it out. So somehow the Lord Shiva found one grain on the nails. It was hiding behind the nails of Narada Muni. So just one grain was there, and Narada Muni, he just licked the finger of Narada Muni. Lord Shiva took the one grain from the finger of Narada Muni, and he ate. As soon as Lord Shiva ate, he started dancing as if in full ecstasy. And then Mother Parvati saw that it's not time for annihilation now. Why is doing the Thanda Nitya now? So why is dancing? She came. Mother Parvati, she came and she said, what's the thing now? Is everything all right? And then Lord Nagmuni says that actually he got Mahaprasad. And as soon as he knew that he got Mahaprasad and Mother Parvati, he says, where's my portion? I'm your wife. You must give to me as well. And then Lord Shiva says, sorry, it was just one grain and it went on. And she became angry to Lord Shiva. So as she became angry to pacify Mother Parvati, Lord Vishnu come there, and he says, "Okay, what happened?" So he says, "This is the problem." So Lord Vishnu said, "Okay, no problem. I'll give you next time my Maha to you. No worries." Then Mother Parvati, she just imagine her compassion towards all living entities. She said, "No, it's not just me. You should give to my children as well." So Lord Vishnu said, "Okay, what's the big deal? Your son or children, Kartik and Ganesha, I'll get three plates. No worries for that. You can have Lord Ganesha can have, Lord Kartik can have it." She says, "No, it's not the thing. You should give to all my children." It means we all living entity we are here are actually the son or daughter or of Mother Parvati. And Lord Krishna said, "Okay, I'll fulfill your desire as well." And hence, if you see in Jagannath Puri in the temple, the food, all the bhogas when offered to Lord Jagannatha first, and all the bhogas they actually goes to Mother Bimla Devi. Bimla Devi actually the form of Mother Parvati, just residing beside the temple, right? So on the right of the temple, Mother Bimla Devi is there. So all the prasad once being offered to Lord Jagannath, it's called Mahaprasad, and then it goes to Bimla Devi, and then it's distributed to all others. So that becomes Mahaprasad, right? So that's how Mother Parvati, by the blessing of Mother Parvati, actually we all living entity are actually getting uh, the taste of Mahaprasad, right? So that's how Krishna fulfilled the desire of Mother Parvati as well in the form of Lord Jagannath. And now comes Indraduna Maharaj story. I think many of us might know this story as well, and must have heard this as well. So there was a great king in Avanti in Satyuga, and he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And there are very very different way of describing these pastimes happens. So there is no kind of authentic way. However, the pastimes goes like once there are so many sages, they are passing by and they stayed near in this kingdom by the king, and they were discussing about great personality, right? Nila Madhav. And even in I heard by Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, uh, he was saying that even Indra Maharaj, he invited to so many sages and asked about what to do, and they narrated that okay, you should go and visit this great divine Nilamadhav residing in Nilashetra, and then after describing this all these places of Nilamadhav, and there is a Rohini Kunda and others. And this says actually the Brahman, he disappeared. So no one knows where the place is. So the description of the place was there, but no one knows where the place is. And as this saint disappears, this is one version. Another says that the ministers, they heard the these saints discussing about Nilamadhav, and then they went to narrate the king, and king asked, okay, search for these sages who were talking. And as soon as they went to find out sages, all they were actually escaped from there, so they could not find the sages. So somehow or other, the relation is that King Indradun Maharaj, he came to know about Nilamadhav, and he just came to know about Nilamadhav and did not know where the place is located. So he called his ministers and all the brahmanas and a priest, and they decided to search this place. And then king said, okay, you all go all the four direction, and in you should come back in 3 months by finding this place. And they chose one of the brahmanas, Vidyapati. So Vidyapati was being chosen to search, and he went towards this south side, towards the actually Avanti, nearly Madhya Pradesh, I guess. So they went towards Odisha, and it happened like while searching for a long time, he went to in a travel place, and in a village, and there was a it was nearly end of the day, and he went to the village that I want to stay somewhere. And then the villagers, they told that okay, you can go and stay in Vishwavasu house. Actually, he used to invite these people every time, the brahmanas. He feed and he take care of the brahmanas very well. So when Vishwavasu went there, and sorry, Vidyapati went to Vishwavasu house. Uh, Vishwavasu was not present at the home. However, his daughter Lalita was there, and then Lalita said, "Okay, you can take rest here outside of the house. However, once my father comes back, uh, actually I'll we can actually help you out for other things." So when Vishwavasu came back, he very very well welcomed this Brahmana Vidyapati, and Vidyapati lived there for couple of for some good time, for some months, right? And somehow or other, Vidyapati, he had he got attracted towards Lalita Devi or Lalita, and this Lalita and Vishwavasu, Vidyapati, they got married. And after the marriage, then Vidyapati once asked to Lalita that you are my wife now, and you should not tell lie to me, and you should not hide anything from me. So could you please tell from where does your father goes every morning and comes in the evening? He used to smell very very his fragrance was very aromatic, and it's divine. So what is this? And then Lalita spoke that yes, my father used to go to visit Nilamadhav. And Vidyapati could not hold himself. Okay, oh my goodness, I was actually searching for this only, and I'm here. And then Vidyapati said to Lalita that you should ask your father to take me as well. And Lalita says, no, I can't do this. This is not possible. I can't do it. And then he again, as a husband and wife, he gave a promise. You should do this for me. And Lalita went to his father Vishwavasu and asked that no, this is the condition. If you do not let Vidyapati go there, I will die. I will take poison and I will die. So to fulfill the desire of his daughter, and Vishwavasu took Vidyapati to Nilamadav with the condition that he will tie up his eyes with black cloth so that he could not see the path. I will take him in the horse, and then I will go there. I will take darshan and I will come back. So he should not see. However, Lalita give his more instruction. Even Vidyapati is a Brahmana, so he took some mustard seeds. Rai actually in Hindi is called rai. So he took the rai seeds on his a good amount of in his bag, and he started while going. He was pouring on one side. So after some time in the rainy season, that the herbs would grow over there, so that he could know that this is a pathway towards Nilamadhav. However, Neelam, he approached Neelamadav. Vidyapati, when reached Neelamadav, Vishwavasu opened his cloth and he could see Neelamadav there. And beside that, there's a Rohini Kund. It's been described that from that Rohini Kund, this all the water we see in this universe actually has come out from that. And at the time of annihilation, all the water goes back into that Rohini Kund as well. Right. So what happened? Vishwavasu, Vidyapati was actually seeing Nilmadhav, and he was in the starting in the Rohini Kund. So there was a crow, and he was actually sleeping on the tree. There's a tree, banyan tree, huge banyan tree, and from the banyan tree, the crow fell on the uh, Rohini Kund. And as soon as the crow touched this water of Rohini Kund, the crow became four-handed, as if like Vishnu form, and went back to Godhead, back to Godhead. Job done. One devotee was explaining nicely this. He says, okay, now Vidyapati thinks that okay, is the time. No need to chant 16 rounds every day. No need to do everything. Just dive on this Rohini Kund, go back to home, go back to Godhead. Finished. So in the similar way, Vidyapati, he said, okay, now is the time. Let me climb the tree and jump on this Rohini Kund. But there is a voice came from there. No, he said, no, you should not do this because you have come with a purpose. You should go back and inform King Indradumna about this. And that happened. So Vidyapati, he took this instruction from this, omen from the voice. It came from the sky, and then he came back, and consequently he went and he informed Indradunu Maharaj, and then Indradunu Maharaj, he very soon, as soon as he got informed about this place, he traveled towards that place, and when he went there, he could not find Nil Madhav, and he became sorrow. He thought looks like maybe Vishabhasu has taken away this Nilamadav and hide somewhere it. So let's search for Vishabhasu. But there is again a voice from the sky came. No, he says that Indamuna, I will come in another form. So the pastime of Nilamadav is finished. I'll come in another form and do not search for Vishabhasu. It's my desire. And then Indradhavana Maharaj actually he did Akshwamedha Yajnas for this, and then he was sure that Vishnu will come. And Narada Muni, he was actually helping him in all these activities, all these yajna and other. And it's been described that Narada Muni, he says, okay, while performing the Ashwamedha Yajna, there were some hairs fell from this Lord Vishnu's body, and these hairs they becomes the logs of wood, and Narada Muni helped him to get this logs of wood. However, it came flowing in on the river from the ocean, and they could not drag these logs of wood. So to drag these logs of wood, they called Vishavashu. This Vishavashu is basically tribal people, person, right? So see how merciful Lord Jagannath is. He takes service from everyone. So Vishavashu, by touching the logs of wood by Vishavashu, he could pull out these logs, and Krishna instructed him in the dream that you uh, there your old man will come, and he will guide you to build deities from these logs of woods. So I'll narrate this story very quickly. That what happened. Uh, he made the temple as per instructions, and these three logs of wood being placed there, and it was actually there are so many carpenters they came actually to carve from the wood, but as soon as they used to touch their instruments with this and the log of wood, it actually used to broke. So after a long time, uh, this Vishwakarma is being said that Vishwakarma he actually comes there, and some devotees explain that even Lord Jagannath himself he comes. So he comes and he said, okay, I will carve these deities and I will take 21 days. However, the condition is that within 21 days, the door should not be opened and no one should try to open the door. and I will remain there inside. I'll carve it. But after some 12, 13 days, there was no sound was coming. Even Ajudana Maharaj, actually, he was trying to hear some sound from, like, maybe some work of the carpenters, but he could not hear anything. And Maharaj's wife, Gundisha, she said that looks like this old man has died now, so please open it. However, uh, all one actually they said no, you should not open it. But still, by hearing the words of Gundisha Devi, King Indra Maharaj ordered to open the door. As soon as they opened the door, the person was there. That Vishwakarma, the carpenter, was there. He said, "Okay, I have asked you not to open the door, but you opened, so I have to leave now. I can't do anything else." So he left from there. He disappeared from there. And when Indradanu Maharaj went there to see, he could see that half formed deities are there. There is no leg, hands are half, there is no, it is black, round eyes. He got shocked and he says, "Oh my goodness, what mistake I did just by not obeying the orders of this the old carpenter." And then again, Narada Muni, says, and some devotee explained that, there's a voice came from the sky. He says, "No, I wanted to get, you know worshipped in this form only, so do not worry, this is my form, and you can paint it and start worshipping as well." So that's a very quick overview of how Lord Jagannath appeared in this form, and we'll elaborate this again from tomorrow. Right, we'll take it ahead from there, like how this the sthapana happens of Lord Jagannath, and how Inadunu Maharaj actually he went to Brahma Loka to invite Brahma to do the inauguration of temple worshipping of Lord Jagannath and other things. And also we'll discuss some pastimes of Lord Jagannath as well. So thank you everyone for taking this part in discussion of Lord Jagannath. Anyone have any question or thought, please let me know. Or anyone I want to share something, that also would be great. Okay, so if not, we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow from here only. Thank you everyone. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki,
Yes.
Shri Prabhupada ki,
Yes.
Nantapati Vaishnav Vrind ki,
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.